Hi, Reverend MeeLing here. Reverend Susan MeeLing, Lady Dori, Belle. I've been known by a few names, to put it mildly. So, I went and picked up my two biggest pieces of my Medal of Honor art project, artwork. And you can see the one big one right behind me, one of the two of them. Point being that I have to let that wood glue settle because of there was a little bit of a situation where the wood separated, so I needed to fix that. In the process, I was able to speak with my former landlord for a while, and he and his wife had found a bag that I was not allowed to get because of the way that particular situation went at that time with my now ex-boyfriend. And in that bag, I had put a whole bunch of stuff of my daughter's. And whatchamacallit, I did not realize at the time that that included the last set of medications that were prescribed to her before try not to cry, the family court decision. And so, for those who did not believe me, as far as all those years ago back in 2010, 2011, 2012, and 2013, that tried to say that I was overreacting to a whole bunch of different things having to do with my daughter, and then in turn keeping my son safe. I'm going to turn the camera around so that way you can see the different bags of medication that she had to take in one day. And I'll go back into more detail in a minute real quick, so hold on. Those bags, let's see that, and then that. That is what she had been prescribed. So I'm going to go over some of the different aspects. So she was on trazodone or Deseril. She was on Divil Pro-X ER or Depakote. I had been on that for my headaches and migraines. Abilify, trazodone, a different level, which I was on years ago. Clonidine, I was on that. Didn't help my headaches or migraines. Methylphenidate, which is also known as Ritalin. Then methylphenidate ER. Then loratadine, risperidone, again with the methyl, trazodone, what's this, Developrex ER in comparison to just the Developrex, different risperidone, Developrex SODER, benztropine or cogentin, sulfamethoxazole TMP DS, risperidone. And mind you, for some of these prescriptions, I actually had been on for my headaches and migraines, but apparently they were putting it on other things. Like I had explained to other people, Developrex, SODER, risperidone, a different version, risperidol, Developrex, SODER, And then methylphenidate and benztropine. So, see, that is my daughter's medication. So I'm going to flush all of these because I didn't even know they were in there. It's just the situation at the time that I had told people I was receiving threats about. That ironically became what it did. So the different medications my daughter was on, I obviously am not Lydia Nichols. My daughter is Lydia Nichols. And so those were prescriptions she was prescribed because of what happened after Carrollton Farmers Branch Independent School District's McCoy Elementary School had lost my daughter at the Fort Worth Zoo after they had allowed the children and adult volunteers and some of the staff to bully my daughter in kindergarten starting because of the way I look, because of my connection to the United States of America's Armed Forces, specifically the Army branch. And despite what individuals did not want to accept were reality, today is the 11th, nope, it's now midnight, so it's the 12th of June 2020. Despite how many did not want to accept that reality, I would guesstimate with the current set of events, you can see that I was actually telling the truth all those years ago, giving all those warnings back then. So, yeah, I figured I would give a brief little explanation on that before getting rid of that medication, because kind of figured after finding that, that would explain quite a bit, I guess, ish, right? So anyway, you guys have a good one. Again, some of those medications I was on back after my head injury on Palm Sunday in 2000, waking up from that coma. The subarachnoid hemorrhage in the frontal lobe of my brain and the cognitive disorders, memory deficits, all that stuff that developed. So, it's not that I didn't do my best to try those particular medications my daughter was prescribed. I had to do everything I could to remember to give it to her consistently in the correct way. And it's not like anybody had helped me at the time, right? Have a good one.